Hi guys, Darian here. Welcome back to my channel and Chag Sameach. It is the Jewish high holiday season. Rosh Hashanah is just around the corner and I am doing everything I can to get ready. So thank you so much for being here. I'm so glad you guys are here because I have so much to do and I like having your company with me, as strange as that sounds. So first things first, I got down our Rosh Hashanah box. By the way, I got a ton of requests to make these labels available on my Etsy shop, so I did. I have one for each Jewish holiday, and I have a little storage box that I keep in our basement, and it's all neatly organized. Anyways, I'll share more about that, but I got our storage box out of the basement. I am recipe testing. We are going apple picking, just everything, all the fun stuff, because Shana Tova! Rosh Hashanah is coming. If you're new here, by the way, and you're like, what is going on? My name is Arian, and I make videos about being a Jewish mom, my Jewish life, and my favorite videos are always getting ready for the Jewish holidays, especially Rosh Hashanah. This year, we are hosting Erev Rosh Hashanah dinner for family and beloved friends, so that's going to be really fun. So I want to decorate our home and, of course, make a delicious meal. Gotta go apple picking, all the fun stuff. Okay, so let's start with what I have for Rosh Hashanah so I can see what I need to get and what I got. I actually just picked these up at the Target dollar spot. They were $3. Apple decorative filler. They're like shiny and cute for $3. Okay, and then I'm gonna open the rest of this and show you what I have. Okay, my mother-in-law actually just gave me this tablecloth. She was like doing a little decluttering, so I might use that, or I have a pink one. I also have this pink linen tablecloth that I got on Etsy just like a month ago, which I probably will use. I'm really excited about that one, or maybe both because the other one's sheer. Let's talk candles. These are from Stargaze. They've been sending me all their beeswax hand dipped candles. They're amazing. I will link those. I'll link everything I can. These are my Shabbat candlesticks, also for the holidays. The second one's over there. I just brought one over to show you. Okay, and then in here I've got this set by Kidcraft, which, as you guys know, if you've been following me, I've been warning you, they don't make them anymore. They're these gorgeous wooden high holiday play sets. They're just stunning, but I wanted to let you know they still make the Shabbat set, and I'm gonna link it because I have a feeling they're gonna stop because they've stopped making all the other holiday kids sets. So go out and get those if you want it. I also have this Shana Tova little sign. We always take this apple picking with us. It's literally impossible to get a good picture with the boys holding it, but we try. Yes, Baba. Okay, oh, I also have this Shana Tova sign, which I just got on Amazon a year or two ago. I also got this on Amazon. This is just a table runner. What's up, Zaki? This I always use for my honey cake. It's just a silicone mold. I will link this as well. Okay, then I just have some red candles I like to put out on the table. Oh, this is my favorite. This is a little Etsy find. So is this, by the way. So what I like to do is any shop that makes customizable things, I'm like, can you write Shana Tova on it? So they're not Jewish shops. They don't make other Rosh Hashanah decor. I just asked them to personalize it with Shana Tova. I have another one coming, actually a cake topper. I'm gonna use this here. And then a bunch of Target dollar spot finds. Oh, and this gorgeous honey, not a honey jar, a honey like tray, I guess I would say, from Yaeli Vogel. I've shared her stuff a lot. I also have the Aram golden apple. Let me grab that. This one, which is another honey holder. Okay, and then one more thing. Yes, Saki. Another Shana Tova sign from Etsy. I have a problem. And then a bunch of honey sticks that I use for decorations. Yes! Okay, so that's all the decor and holiday things I have. Yes, Zaki. The kids are like, Pop. Yeah, come here. So I think I have enough decor, or enough things that say Shana Tova on them at least. But there's always more. I'll let you know if I pick up anything else. And I'm gonna get the table ready probably next week. Hi, Baba, you wanna come say hi? What have you been doing?
Hi.
Hi, can you say Shana Tova?
Shana.
Shana Tova.
Tova.
Shana Tova. Can you say happy Rosh Hashanah?
Happy.
Rosh Hashanah.
Shana.
Rosh Hashanah.
Shana.
I can't believe it was just last year that Zachary was like a little baby, not even 1 year old, and now he's like fully a toddler, if not preschool, if not a teenager. Okay, I got it. So one of the most important parts of the Rosh Hashanah celebration in our home is always the Aram Rosh Hashanah dinner. It's actually one of my most favorite things to host, and I probably say that about everything, but I really love Rosh Hashanah dinner. I especially love that it's not Pesach, because there isn't like a million extra things you have to do to make sure you have, you know, like your Seder plate and your Haggadahs and all that. It's more chill and relaxed, but it's also just as like spiritual and special in our home. So this year I'm really excited because we're having family and and very special friends coming. So I wanted to actually test out my chicken recipe and make sure that it is absolutely delicious and perfect for our Rosh Hashanah dinner. As you guys know, I love collaborating with Tabatchnick kosher broths, especially when I do my holiday recipe videos. And this time I'm going to be using their low sodium organic chicken broth. All of these are available on Amazon, and they're actually right now on 10% off. So if you want to stock up for the high holidays, I really suggest you go check the link down below and do that. But Tabatchnick makes the most delicious broths. They are glatt kosher. I use them all the time. I've been collaborating with them for at least a year now, and it's been so much fun. I love making all my recipes with their broths because everything tastes just that much better. And it's an easy way to pack in a lot of flavor. So this is the low sodium one, which has just as much flavor, but 56% low sodium. So if you are interested in that, definitely check it out. I also love their beef broth, their veggie broth, and their just regular chicken broth. But today I'm going to be using this one, and let me show you guys what else is in the recipe besides the delicious Tabatchnick broth. And that is 2 secret ingredients. These are both Trader Joe's. They are, well, first let me show you, this is the Tabatchnick broth, if you're looking for it, in your grocery store on Amazon. And then from Trader Joe's, I get the rosemary marcona almonds. Marcona almonds always remind me of the Barefoot Contessa, by the way, but they're so good. And then dark sweet cherries. So that's basically it. If you've got these 3 things, it's gonna be delicious. And then just as super extra, I'm going to be using basil, sage, and garlic, and then we're going to use a little olive oil. I literally have like the tiniest bit left. That's all I need. Salt and pepper. Okay, so that's it. We're going to put everything together in the baking dish, bake at 375 for about 45 minutes to an hour, just depending on how like thick the piece of chicken are. I'm using a whole chicken but cut up. So I'm going to do that. It's going to be absolutely delicious. It's going to smell so good in here, and it's going to be so good for Rosh Hashanah dinner. But I just want to test out and make double extra sure because it's such a special night. Everything has to be perfect. Okay, let's get started. I heated my oven, and now I'm going to get my chicken out. I have Empire kosher chicken. It's really good. You can actually get it at Trader Joe's as well. This is the cut up chicken, 8 pieces. If you're able to test out your recipes a few weeks in advance, not because like it's so complicated or like you're gonna mess it up. It's more just like to give yourself the confidence, because day of, things can just get a little stressful, and I just find it helps me and my peace of mind if I know I made this recipe 2 weeks ago. It was absolutely delicious. I know what to do, I'm good to go, and that just like puts me in a better mental headspace. One thing I want to mention, I usually put the small chicken pieces in one dish, and then I have a second large baking dish, they're actually the same size, for the breast pieces, because they tend to be a little bit bigger and take slightly longer to cook, so you don't want the other pieces to burn, so that's why I do it that way. So I'm going to put the recipe details below. I just wanted to give one quick tip, which is that the black cherries should be covered in oil. Otherwise, they will burn. That's my quick tip for you. But other than that, you can't mess it up. It's going to be delicious. So basically, just the ones on the very top of the chicken that I hadn't coated in oil got a little too crispy for my taste. Otherwise, everything else was absolutely perfect. Okay, so this is what it looks like. As you can see, super simple, super easy recipe. But when it roasts and the chicken gets all crispy on the skin, and then I'm gonna plate it with all the almonds and dark cherries, it's gonna look gorgeous. Okay, let's bake. Okay, just pulled the chicken out of the oven. It smells amazing. This is what it looks like right out of the oven. You want to look for that golden crispy skin. And I'm going to plate it up so you can see how I'm going to serve it. Another thing I like to practice. But it seriously smells so good, and I will taste test it for you as well. I'm just going to let it cool down a touch so I don't burn myself. Okay, I'm going to taste it. I got a bite with the cherry. It is so good. So moist, so flavorful. The recipe is absolutely a winner. I'm definitely making it for Rosh Hashanah. I'm so excited that I double checked and recipe tested it till I can be very confident night of that it's gonna be delicious. All right, now time for this one. No. So here is the chicken all plated up. These are my anti-glass serving pieces that I always use for the holidays. I think it looks so gorgeous, and the cherries and these marcona almonds are just next level. So good. They complement the chicken so well. I'll also put the exact recipe down below, and the gravy that the Tabatchnick broth makes to go with it keeps it so moist and juicy and delicious. How's the chicken, Corey?
Very 100.
Very 100 good. Oh my goodness. Wow, thank you. How good is mommy's cooking normally? That's good. That means very bad, right? Just a tiny bit good. But this chicken is how good? 100. You heard it. 100. That's a very good review from Corey. Okay, we are all packed up in the car and ready to go. We are going apple picking. Every year we do this to kick off the start of Rosh Hashanah and the fall, and I absolutely love it. And I always try to get a family photo, or at least a photo of the kids. I love looking back on them year after year and seeing how they've changed and everything. And I want to give you my top tip for family photos, which is, if they look cute, the pictures will be cute. And what I mean by that is, if their outfits are cute, don't worry about what they're doing in the picture. Like, they're gonna be crazy, they're gonna be silly, they're not gonna be paying attention. It doesn't matter. If they're wearing cute outfits and everyone's like coordinated, the picture will look good. So just have the parents smiling and the kids doing whatever. That's my top tip. Of course, we tried to get the kids to smile in the pictures, but and then of course we're just there to have fun and get some apples, and then I always use the apples to do all my Rosh Hashanah baking and cooking and everything. Sometimes they even last until actual Rosh Hashanah, and then I use them to also decorate the table with and everything like that. But it's so nice to go with the kids and do this apple picking, because apples are such a important part of the holiday, such like a physical representation, new fruit, new year. So let's go. Time for some apple picking.
There you go. Good job, Max. Tori, go help.
Put it in a bucket, Zachy. Good job. I got my apple picking buddy with me.
No.
No, he's a little bit not into it today, but it's okay. Just wants to be held, not walked. I think because the grass is a little tall and a little wet, right? But that's okay. And the big boys are over there. After apple picking, we always go and visit our friends, the goats. Look at those goats. You go see the goats? Go say hi to the goats. Hi, goats. growing up, my grandmother always made these Jewish pierogies, and they are so delicious. Sneak peek at my little taste tester here. This is Zachary, my baby, and I wanted to show you guys how I make them. They are so yummy, and they're actually not hard. They are they're a little bit of a labor of love, but well worth it. And they are delicious, right, Zachy? You want more? More, yeah. All right, let me show you how I make them. So first up for the pierogi recipe is the dough. It's a really interesting texture because it's a water-based dough, and it's parve, of course, because you fill it with meat. But I think it's really, really good, and it's a very specific flavor, if that makes sense. Like, it just has a signature taste to that dough that I always like recognize and remember. But it's not hard to make it all. It's basically flour, oil, water, and I'll put all the specific details below for the exact measurement so you can make it. But it's really not hard, and you probably have almost all the ingredients on hand. And then you really just mix it together and then knead it with your hands for a little bit, just so the dough forms. Mine was a touch sticky, so I actually made it a second time to confirm the recipe and added another 1/4 cup of flour. So the recipe details below has that extra 1/4 cup, so you shouldn't have to add much to your dough when you are kneading it like I did here. So it was sticking a little bit, but you really just have to kind of play with it. If it's sticking, you just add a tiny bit more flour, keep going, see how it goes. And yeah, it formed together very easily. Was really easy to work with and was so delicious. I always find with like my grandmother's recipes and things like that, they're not exact because, you know, she made them so many times over the years that when she finally wrote them down, you know, it's like more like how she's like, oh, you know, a cup, a half a cup. So I've spent a long time really writing everything down, remaking recipes, and making sure that they actually turn out the way that she made them. So that's been a labor of love too. So for the filling, you can really use what you like. We are using ground beef for this recipe, and of course the Tabatchnick broth that I used for the chicken earlier. This is their low sodium organic one. I really like this onion, by the way. Oh my goodness, it got me, guys. It got me. I have found if you leave your onion out to get to room temperature, like on the counter, it is so much more flavorful, I guess, but pungent. Do you know what I mean? The scent of it just makes my eyes water so much. So I've decided to stop doing that. From now on, I'm just taking it right from the refrigerator and chopping it up because I can't take it. Okay, so you're going to chop your onion, chop your carrots, and then put it together with a little bit of garlic and the Tabatchnick broth in a frying pan. And you just want to cook the meat through because when you bake the pierogies in the dough, what you're really doing is baking the dough. So it's a good idea if the meat's all the way cooked through. And the broth will make it so that the meat doesn't dry out when you're cooking. So you just roll out your dough. I just use a biscuit cutter to make round circles. I fill each circle with the filling and then fold the circle over, like fold it in half to make the pierogi. And before they go in the oven, I'm going to put them on a baking tray with parchment paper, put some egg wash on with a little brush, some salt and pepper on top, just to give it a good look and for flavoring. And then I'm going to take a fork and give it those nice traditional edges right before going in the oven.
Hey!
You want to taste a pierogi?
No.
Let me open it. Ready?
This?
Yummy. Yeah, want to try? That yummy? You say yummy? Is that yummy, Zachy? Yummy, Zachy. My delicious little baby eating the delicious pierogies. One for.
Dada.
You give that one to Dada. Okay. Give it to Dada.
Good. Dada.
You know it's good if Dada gets one.